Welcome back guys to another Consules video. Today, as you can see, we're going to be playing some more Uprising with the Bloodlines expansion, and this is going to be in the community version. The community version is just a homebrew version that has been collectively agreed upon by the tabletop simulator community who play, Dune Uprising with Bloodlines, and it's just some collection of texts that have been added. There's some changes in terms of how leaders are drafted, and there's also some changes regarding what cards have been added and what have been replaced. Some of the common cards that are replaced are the one costers that were really never bought on the row, but now, as you can see, people, there's some changes. Obviously not on this row, but on future rows, there might be some cards that you might not be typically seeing within Uprising, but would be seeing in the community version. So we're going to be playing in first position here. We picked Lady Jessica here, and we're just going to see how we can fare with Lady Jessica. Taking a look at the row here, we have Smuggler's Haven, we have Maker Keeper, Wheels and Wheels, Covert Operation, and Sardaukar Coordination. So we can start with our hand here. Our hand is definitely something. So as you can see, there's two Drivens on the row. So we are first to act here. So I think for me, almost always, I'm going to be starting with a Spice Refinery play into a, commander, because I want to get Driven online as soon as possible. Because the minute that you get, even the minute that one of your commanders has Driven, getting that extra spice, allowing you to get getting spice on reveal, is super nice. Simply for tech purposes, simply for contract, like what else, for text it's good, for Highliner it's good, and there's just a lot more uses for spice to even get Solari to get Swordmaster. But here we can continue. We're playing against Steersman in second position. We're playing against Duke Leto in third position, and a Imber Matuli in fourth. So Imber Matuli, so we went to Spice Refinery, and we're probably going to finish it off with a dutiful service here, and we actually get a nice contract here, a Harvest 3 for 2 Solari and a Spy. We're gonna buy the commander here and get Driven online. Here we go. So Steersman does the most typical Steersman play, where he goes to deliver supplies because he needs the water, since he does start the water deficit. We do have 2 troops in the combat for now, so right now we would be getting third, which is 2 Solari, which is fantastic because that allows us for another commander later on. Let's see what Duke Leto does here. Duke Leto is going to go to accept contract, and he's going to pick up a contract. I would think research station, because he does have 1 water. It's not that hard to get a second water, maybe at deliver supplies, and then go research station to maybe like win the combat or something. Here we go. So Matuli puts in 2 troops at Imperial Basin. So looking at this combat, there's a good chance that we might actually not get anything here, but I mean, it's fine. We're the only ones with troops left in our garrison. We have 2 troops in our garrison, so we're gonna pick up Wheels and Wheels here, because we already have 1 bump on the Emperor track, and it's not that difficult to get a second bump on the Emperor track. And then Wheels is going to give me 2 Solari every time I play it. And the fact that I have Spy access, meaning I can play that card to, like, High Council, maybe play it to Espionage, maybe, it's super nice. I think it's super versatile, and it's a fantastic card for first round. So 6 to buy for yellow. He picks up Sardaukar Coordination, and 4 to buy for Steersman. He's going to pick up Smuggler's Haven, which is a really good card for him, because Smuggler's Haven does allow you to reveal for 2 spice if you have a spy on one of the harvest spaces. And well, he does, when he does, he can instantly start printing out spice that way. But yeah, okay, anyways, we're gonna go to blue here. Blue ends up buying Lisan Al Gaib, getting a spice instantly. And what is this combat? So Matuli finds a combat intrigue at Assembly Hall and instantly goes to win the combat here. And yeah, I mean, she's gonna get trash online. In terms of like persuasion on this row, I mean, in terms of like cards on this row, we have Squash Rebellion, which is probably the only standout card here. Other than that, it does not seem too fantastic. So Steersman instantly is gonna go to deliver supplies. At least it looks like it. He takes it back. Looking at our turn, what are we gonna do? If we can get to Haga Basin, we'd be in a great spot here. By the way, note, there is Plasteel Blades on the row, so if nobody goes to Haga Basin, which would be very surprising, we would get Plasteel Blades, and I think that would be a fantastic start for me. But here we go. The other 2 techs, being Nav Chamber, is not fantastic, and Sardaukar Command, not that great either. So Duke Leto passes up. Haga Basin, so Matuli also seems to be passing up Haga Basin. They want the Arakeen contract. Okay, that makes sense. It's great, I guess. What I really want to do here is I'm just gonna go to Haga Basin here. I'm gonna put in both troops here. Look at the commander skills. There is, you know, Canny's online. Oh, Canny is available and Fierce is online. So we could, you know, maybe we could get a commander at Gather Support. Maybe get a commander at Assembly Hall. And you know, instantly when we get Fierce online, or sorry, Canny online, we're gonna be at 6 strength minimum. And then if we can get like a Fierce along with that, we'd be at 7 strength. Okay, so we are guaranteed at least 3rd in this combat because Steersman has chosen not to deploy, and with 0 intrigues, he can't find a way to deploy. So, okay, so we're guaranteed 3rd. So Duke Leto might just be putting the 1 troop in here. Makes sense. So right now we're probably going to be getting 2nd. Lady Amber Matuli, what does she do? She goes to Arakeen, puts in. I'll probably think both troops. Maybe in 3 troops. Maybe she wants to win the combat, but. I mean, it's fine if they want to try to win the combat, right? Because, like, realistically, we could just, you know, go to Assembly Hall. We could go to Gather Support. Realistically, there's nothing on this row that I really want for 5, because I really, really doubt that we're going to be seeing Quash Rebellion here. However, if Quash Rebellion and other cards go, you know, get bought, we would be in a position to buy a nice 5-coster if it shows up, obviously. So maybe Assembly Hall is a pretty good spot here. But Gather Support can also be pretty nice. For me, I like Intrigues, and I also like the Persuasion for maybe a possible 5-coster to show off. So here we're going to buy Plasteel Blades here. Also, looking at the Intrigue we just got, what a fantastic Intrigue. I mean, it's only fantastic if you find it early, because, you know, the contracts are pretty strong in this game right now. However, later on they can be, you know, the value of this Intrigue goes down as the game continues, but right now it's very good. So right now we have 7 strength in the combat. We have our commander next round as well. We have Canny online and Fierce for 1 sword. So our commander is effectively worth 5 swords. We also have 5 persuasion. So let's see, what are we gonna get to buy here? And obviously, you know, we're gonna be revealing for a spice, because we have Driven online, and then we can instantly play leverage to get an extra Solari and get a contract. Most likely going to be the High Council contract, because the recall effectively just gives you the agent back. So I mean, if you think about it, this intrigue really just gave me 1 agent back, right? Only because of the contract. So I think that was a great play here. So we have one contract completed. So I'm looking at Cargo Runner here when I'm thinking of buying a card. Okay, so Matuli retreats, makes sense. They have no daggers, so that really, and they know that they're going to be beating yellow in the combat, so it doesn't really make sense for them to keep the troop in. So we have 5 to buy here. Nothing crazy to show for 5. We are going to play our leverage here, buy the High Council contract. Ooh, another nice contract shows off, the Spice Muslo contract. Okay. So looking at this row, what am I thinking? I'm thinking, okay, I have 1 contract completed. I do have 5 Solari, so I'm probably going to be completing the 2nd contract soon. So Cargo Runner might be a good choice here. The only reason I was thinking maybe instead of Cargo Runner, maybe like a Prepare the Way is simply for persuasion purposes. But then again, this row isn't really fantastic. And I like telling myself like, hey, look, I have 2 contracts completed. Maybe there's a chance that I complete, you know, another 2, and maybe Cargo Runner at some point in the game gets me a 2 card draw on playing. Which would be super nice, right? So we did buy 2 Space and Guild cards. We bought a what was it called? Spy Network, which was a spy on buy, and then it's a 2 persuasion card, a Space and Guild card, and an Emperor card. So it synergizes well with both of those types of synergies. So looking at this hand, we're not very happy. We have no green for High Council. We have yellow, which I guess could mean another contract, depending on what I guess what's left on the row. Right now, we are actually not too sad about just going to accept contract and maybe pick up the Spice and Slow contract, because, well, we are probably going to be getting a Spice and Slow at some point during the game, and you know, the extra bump on spacing would probably be useful. Also, the 3 Solari, you know, keep in mind the 3 Solari is pretty nice as well, right? For maybe like future commanders, like we look at the value that we get on our commanders. Right now, even if you just throw a commander and we're on 3 strength, it's a 3 strength commander, right? And then we get a spice on reveal as well. And then along with that, if we have a troop on, or you know, an agent on green, it'd be a 7 strength commander. And then if it's a worm, or if somebody worms, it'd be like an 8 strength commander. or sorry, not 8. 6 strength. Sorry, 6 strength. 8 if I had another skill. Probably loyal, but it doesn't seem like I'm going to be getting loyal online. Okay, so one thing to keep in mind here is that I have a spy on Emperor because I have Wheels in the Wheels, and that is also another spacing good card, right? And also when I play my Wheels and Wheels to Emperor, then I can, you know, instantly hit the second track on Emperor, allowing me to trigger my Wheels for 2 Solari. So that's why the spy, I have a 1 spy on spacing, 1 spy on the Swordmaster space, and 1 spy on the Dutiful Service or Sardaukar space, the Emperor space. So yeah, we're gonna go to, we went to accept contract, picked up a nice contract here, you know, a future bump, and 3 Solari, and we found our diplomacy. Okay, I was looking for maybe you know, a green to go high council, but I'm actually not too sad about this because guess what? Other contract just showed off in the game. It's the other high council for 3 Solari, and like there's a couple things I'm thinking here, right? There's one thing where I could simply just go to say like Fremkit, right, and draw a card and just deploy 2 troops into the combat. However, with this game, I'm behind, I'm in front of green, who has an action left, and I'm pretty sure green has a spacing guild access in their deck, so there is a chance that green might be going highliner in this combat, right? And I have no daggers behind, unless I hit a dagger, say at like Fremkit. I'm not really too excited about, you know, risking it to maybe get nothing from the combat. So for me, I think maybe like just picking up the 3 Solaria on a future high council play, which I'm probably going to be going, given the fact that I get my agent back anyways, is probably a better line. Because looking at this combat, I'm getting 3 Solari from the combat here, right? And the high council thing also gets me 3 Solari, and it's a spacing bump. It's an Emperor bump, so that next time maybe I can play my Wheels to a non-Emperor space and get extra Solari and value off of it, which seems super nice for me. Also, this brings me one step closer to maybe picking up a loyal commander skill, and then just giving my commanders even more power throughout the rest of the game. So we see, what was that card? Long Live the Fighters shows off. Yellow buys 2 cards, and blue is gonna have 6 persuasion, chooses not to buy anything. That's really interesting. You'd think that maybe he'd want to buy Assassination Mission. Typically it's a pretty strong card because you can just trash it at any point during the game, and you get 4 Solari back, which is super nice. Also, any 2 persuasion card here would have been super nice for him. Anyways, we're gonna pick up, you know, Guild Envoy, which is a fantastic pickup for us because of the amount of space synergy we have. We have Wheels and Wheels, which is a spacing guild card. We have Cargo Runner, which is a spacing guild card. We have what else do we have? Spy Network, which is also a spacing guild card. So we are almost always going to be discarding a spacing guild card to, you know, draw 2, unless we find like an anti-synergetic path where we don't find, you know, our spacing guild cards with our Guild Envoy. So it's round 4. Looking at round 4, we are going to be, Matuli has finally decided that they do want to pick up a commander at some point in the game, and it is going to be now. I don't really like the start from Matuli here, simply because, well, they were in 4th position, so they were a little bit late to the Solari, and by the time that the Solari, you know, had been passed around to everyone, all the good commander skills, you know, were gone. Both Drivens were gone, and I took some of the sword skills, and no Hardy showed off, and no what's it called, charismatic showed off. So Matuli was not the happiest here. Well, unfortunate that green here ends up going to high council to pick up is that desperate? Okay, interesting desperate buy. I guess they're thinking like, okay, look, I just want to win my 1 combat, and then for the rest of the game I'm gonna play solitaire. That usually it can be a steersman kind of gameplay, where, I mean, he does have Smuggler's Haven, right? So 4 spice for a point, he can start printing out points that way. However, it can be a little bit challenging to try to, you know, turtle away in a sense, but we'll see how it plays out for him. We're gonna see hooks for Duke Leto. He's setting up for a Haga Basin play, and this combat for Haga Basin, isn't actually bad for him, because, you know, getting 2 Solari back, or I guess it'd be 4 Solari back if he worms, and then getting some intrigues back is also super nice because those intrigues could, you know, power his engine forward. We actually are probably just going to go to High Council here, and if we somehow find Spice Refinery, we are in a fantastic position, because, well, we can complete 4 contracts, and we'll have 2 card draw on our cargo runner. Whoa, what a nice intrigue there, because now we have enough Solari for Swordmaster. I mean, we could pick up a tech here, but I mean, sorry, we can't even pick up a tech here. We have no Spice. But yeah, I mean, I actually think that we're probably in a better position here to just maybe wait out everybody, wait to see what everybody reveals, so that we know exactly how many daggers everyone has. And also, if since both green and blue are going to be playing open-handed here, we know that well, what I mean by open-handed is we know that they have no intrigues, right? So since they have no intrigues, I can basically wait them out and just see exactly how many troops I need to deploy in order to win the combat. And looking at this hand, I have 2 daggers already, right? So if I play one of my daggers to Swordmaster, then I can play, Cargo Runner to Spice Refinery. And actually, we're going to be seeing Spice Refinery. So look at this. We're going to be completing 4 contracts, and we're going to be having, 3 commander skills, and have High Council all by round 4, which is absolutely insane of a start. Was it Jessica that allowed me to, do this? A little bit, because, she did get me the intrigue. But other than that, there wasn't actually much Jessica gameplay happening here. I literally have only completed one memory so far, so it's nothing too crazy. So Steersman still is trying to reveal he's still revealing that 4 Spice card, or what's it called, the Smuggler's Haven, and is not getting many points out of it, or even Spice out of it. So okay, so Yellow has what, 3 strength, or not 3 strength, 3 he has 1 intrigue, and he is on 4 strength, right? Yeah, he's on 4 strength. So we want to be at, what's that, 9 strength I'm seeing? Yeah, we want to be at 9 strength. So the easiest way to be at 9 strength would just be like Spice Refinery, deploying a commander, and deploying a troop. And I mean, we have Kenny online, we have both of our contracts completed, so let's see, we're gonna get 2 troops in, we're gonna complete both of our contracts. Sorry, we're gonna complete 4 contracts, so now we have okay, wow, all right, so we found 8 persuasion. Wasn't necessary, especially on this row. It's nothing too crazy, but also, I mean, it's fine. It's just more cycling for us. We're gonna deploy in 1 troop and a commander here. That's gonna put us up to 7 strength, and then 2 troops on Regal is gonna put us up to 9 strength. So that's gonna allow us to get to 8. We're gonna buy the spy card first, to just get a spy on espionage, and then we actually find another spy card, Dangerous Rhetoric, which gets me a bump anytime I play it. So I'm actually happy with that card as well. So both cards are fantastic for me here. Combat is gonna pass. Luckily, Yellow does not have a combat intrigue to beat us here, so we're gonna win the combat here. We're gonna get a spy. I actually, did forget the spy here. And finally, I'm gonna realize, and I'm gonna put the spy on Emperor. Okay, here we go. So now I'm thinking, okay, look, I have the ability to go to espionage, right? Because I'm thinking I have 5. This is round 5, so it's a good time to get a spice and slow. Also, I'm happy to see any of my cards. I mean, I'm drawing with 3 cards from espionage here, so any sort of spacing guild card would be super nice to combo with my guild envoy. That'd be nice. Ideally, I would find it, right? Okay, we aren't finding it. That's not great. So we have what, 3 spacing guild cards in there, so we want to look for either one of them. Okay, let's see. We're literally just gonna wait out everyone. Duke Leto's gonna get a Swordmaster this round, because Duke Leto does have the ability to make his, I forgot what the actual thing is called, but he gets to make his green spaces cost 1 less, so Swordmaster is 7 Solari or 6 Solari for him. Yep, Duke Leto is gonna go to Research Station. He's gonna complete his contract. I guess he still has 3 extra Solari after he goes to Swordmaster. I know that does allow him to set up for like a privilege play. Oh, okay, so Green forgot to buy his point. Well, I mean, I think it should be allowed for him to do that. It's not. It doesn't really change the game too much. I guess maybe some people could argue that, hey, you know, maybe he has a spice to go Highliner, so it might have changed my deploy. However, I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it should matter too much there. But here we have a long loop of fighters from Matuli. They're gonna look at the top 3 cards of their deck, decide what to discard, what to trash, and what to draw. So Long Loop of Fighters is a very, very good card because, oh, okay, wow, this is not a good, that's not a good sign. They've just trashed to prepare the way. So that means the 3 cards that they drew into were probably all 3 that they bought. So they're not very happy with that play. They'd much rather be, you know, much rather get rid of like a Jagger or a Dune. So that's not really helping their case. So, okay, let's take a look at how much they deployed. They're deploying 1 troop here. Actually, they threw in the commander here, which is really interesting because they don't really have a troop on green yet. I guess they could always retreat, so it's not that bad. So yeah, we're gonna go to privilege here. We're gonna actually try to cycle, maybe see, or maybe at some point maybe see our spacing good cards, because you know that'd be nice to get the combo online. But also, like, this also just sets me up for a nice spice and slope point generous, you know, spice and slope this round. Because it's like if I don't find a spacing good card this round, at least if I buy a spice and slow this round, I can, you know, play my Guild Envoy and then discard the spice and slow to draw 2 cards. Because spice and slow in Uprising had been converted to a spacing good cards compared to an Ix in Immortality where it just was a non-tagged card. So, you know, thank you Paul Denon and them for changing spice and slows to actually have a tag on them. So let's take a look. Green, what is Green's game plan? Green seems to be going to... Green's gonna go try to take the spacing alliance, and I guess their game plan is just, look, man, I'm just gonna... literally gonna turtle out. He's gonna win his 1 combat. The minute that a yellow combat shows off, he's... Okay, that's a spice and slow for a green. Yellow's gonna get Swordmaster. No, he's not gonna get Swordmaster. I guess he must have missed green, right? Interesting though. He's gonna contest me for my Emperor alliance. I guess it wasn't really my alliance. Both of us were on it, but I don't know. I kind of had indications that I was gonna go for that alliance early on. I mean, we can always just take it back. We have Dangerous Rhetoric, so we can take an extra bump in Emperor if we wanted. Yeah, Duke Leto does not have Swordmaster, so we literally can't just act ahead of him. We are actually, you know, we have 2 actions while everybody is literally about to reveal. So we can wait out everybody in the combat as well, and, you know, win a nice combat here. Let's see what we draw into. Didn't draw into a spacing it card, so that just sucks. But it's okay. We do have some spies on reveal now, for sure. So let's see. We're gonna discard a card because that's what Guild Envoy makes us do. We're gonna deploy 1 troop in just to, you know, just to gauge what everybody's deploying. And then we can also just force the retreat from Matuli here from Canny because they know that we're probably going to be going in. Maybe there's a chance that we might actually just not deploy again and just take our 3rd place here because Matuli is probably going to be retreating the commander. Okay, so Green decides that he wants to win this combat for some reason, which is really odd because, I mean, it doesn't match for him. So if you're trying to play the Steersman like solo gameplay, I wouldn't really recommend going for a non-match. But I don't know, to each their own. He does get another Sardaukar commander because he did trash Sardaukar standard with Calculus of Power. So, you know, he does have some, like, he does have some troops behind. So it's not that bad to, you know, maybe go for this combat. Also, I mean, he literally just gets the troop back, so it's not bad anyway. So let's see, we have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you have 9 persuasion, even after we play our Signet Ring here, we are currently getting 3rd in the combat. And I think 3rd is probably fine here. Like, I guess maybe there's an argument to maybe go, like, Eric Keen to, you know, get, like, something. But then again, it's really not that fantastic. Like, I'm probably better off maybe just, you know, getting some spice, maybe getting some troops in for next round. Like, winning this combat isn't really the best for me. I mean, Spice Refinery just for some extra Solari to, you know, spawn commanders later on is also not a bad choice. But, like, then again, like, winning this combat is also super nice for me because it's also a match, right? So winning this combat is definitely like a priority. So we're gonna get the spice and slow. We're gonna win the combat here. We're gonna get the spacing guild, or not. We're not gonna win it. We're gonna force Green to, you know, try to win it if he wants to. The combat match is super nice for me, and also just eventually on I mean, I have 1 spy on espionage already, so I'm probably gonna be going to espionage at some point and maybe charge for that alliance, especially with Dangerous Rhetoric. So Yeah, I mean, also now we know that green has no combat intrigues, so we don't have to deploy much into the combat to win it. So, and I mean, it's a match for me, so it makes sense for me to go deploy it. So what's our hand like? So we have some diversity in our hand. We have some spy access. Our spy access, does take us to a lot of places. We do have a lot of bumps sitting around. We need to find a bump on spacing. We need to find one bump on Fremen. That's 2. That puts us up to 7 points. We do have an endgame match that's already 8. If we can somehow take the Benny Alliance, that'd be 9, and then a spice and slow is 10. So my path to 10 points here seems to at least be as follows. I have to take the Benny Alliance. I have to take 1 bump on spacing, 1 bump on Fremen. That's 2 right there. That's 3 right there. I need a spice and slow, which is 4, and then I have an endgame match for 5. So that seems to be like a pretty normal play here. Panopticon is out there, so maybe someone might be interested. Not quite sure who. I mean, we're not really that interested in it because like we probably could get all of our bumps anyways, like just normally. And trying to find the spice to maybe go there is not really something I really want to do right now. So I think right now we're probably just gonna be going to like espionage. There is an argument to maybe go get the contract first to go then go espionage, but then again maybe it might be a little bit overkill there. We actually do have, there is a world where I could actually recall a spy for 2 spice, and maybe get like Pano, High Council, sorry, not High Council, Nav Chamber. I mean, then again, like Pano is not very very good for me, so there's no point in doing that. Okay, here we go. Steersman is gonna keep trying to draw into his spice and slows. That is the Steersman game plan. What does Duke Leto do here? Does Duke Leto finally decide that it's time for Swordmaster? I actually didn't check if Duke Leto had green last round or not, because otherwise, if he had green, I feel like he should always just be going to Swordmaster there instead of trying to take my alliance. Well, not my alliance, just trying to take the Emperor alliance. Okay, hooks for blue here. I mean, this combat does match for him, so if he was to worm, he would be in a very, very good spot here. I mean, I kind of want to play I want to get... Oh, sorry. I guess High Council is a pretty good play here, because now I can, get Panopticon online. We're going to get 2 spice here, get Panopticon, and, now we don't have to ever worry about getting a bump on Fremen or spacing, and we can also slow down the game. We decide when the game ends, because we are already in the lead. And the thing with Panopticon is that now, since I have Dangerous Rhetoric, I can choose to threaten both Emperor and Benny. So I can threaten both Emperor and Benny alliances at the same time, and I'm and really nobody can stop me. I guess Leto could try to push everything he has into trying to fighting me for the Emperor alliance, but I doubt it's gonna ever yield him anything. Okay, here we go. As I said, green is going to play the solo strategy where he just wins his 1 combat that he needs to match, and it is going to be this one. He is on 19 strength for now. He's probably gonna trash Desperate for like 20, 22 or something, and that's gonna be the plan. I forgot that I even had High Council, so yeah, High Council would have been a better play there. I'm commentating on this game post playing, simply because I was a little bit under the weather when I was playing this game. But here we go. So we're back. What does blue do here? I mean, blue has deployed a lot of troops into this combat, so maybe they just worm and argue that maybe the single worm might be good for them. I mean, we have deployed no troops in this combat right now, so we don't have any sort of we don't have any obligation to try to fight them for this combat or anything. I mean, this combat doesn't really make too much sense for me. I already have the match on endgame, so it's not really that much useful for me. And I don't need the bump because I have Panopticon, so it's not that great. Getting spy network online is super nice though, because with Panopticon, what you can do is get a spy, and then since you have 2 spies out, then you can play spy network to then recall one of your spies for an intrigue. And I mean, as we already know how how insane intrigues are for the game, or or just for your engine. So I think like getting intrigues is going to be a pretty good priority for me, or pretty is going to be a priority for me. I mean, maybe those intrigues are swords, maybe those intrigues are who knows what. Maybe a strategic stockpiles might show off, who knows. So we're gonna discard a card for Spice and Slow. We're gonna discard Spice and Slow, and we're gonna draw 2 cards. So now this allows me enough persuasion for Spice and Slow still. So I'm thinking like, look, I'm gonna get a Spice and Slow this round, I'm gonna get a Spice and Slow next round, and that is, that's how I'm gonna end the game, or not even end the game. I could choose when to end the game. So Duke Leto is actually not careful about his alliance here. So we could maybe we could actually just go to like secrets here, maybe take a bump on Emperor, and go from there. Like, I mean, there's a lot of options I have here. We also get a bunch of spies on reveal. Well, we get 2 spies on reveal, and then we could maybe play one of them. So this is an interesting question. Do I take the 2 Solari with wheels right now, or do I play my Dangerous Rhetoric to secrets to then take the bump on like Emperor, right? And I think probably going as like secrets makes a lot more sense. Just, I mean, 2 intrigues, right? I don't need to recall. Oh wow, and you found rapid engineering. Whoa, okay, here we go. These techs aren't great. I mean, disposal facility, to be fair, isn't a bad option, because I could trash on reveal, which is super nice. For 3 spice, it's very great. Also another contract card shows off for me, or sorry, a contract intrigue shows off for me. So maybe we could even get like a nice little contract that allows us, I actually don't even know what contract I'd be looking for here. Maybe a High Council revisit contract would be nice. Although both of them have been played by us, so I don't know. I mean, I'm literally not looking for any contracts here, but just getting extra values on any space is super nice. We're gonna play our spy drones here, not spy drones, spy network here, and we're gonna draw an intrigue. Sacred Pools, discarding a card for a water, or if you have 3 water on endgame, you get an extra point. So pretty good for a pretty good intrigue there. We deploy no troops in this combat. I mean, green does get his match. Yes, this does match for him, and he gets another point. So he is on 8 right now. Not quite sure how you just got a bump on spacing. How did he get a bump on spacing? Oh, right. Okay, because of his nav card. Sorry, that's right. It's because of his nav card. He spends 2 Solari to get a bump on spacing. That makes sense. All right. Okay. I mean, as somebody who's played Steersman for so long, I really should have picked up on that a little bit earlier. But he is on 9 points right now. And I mean, it seems that he's literally going to go for a Spices the next round, and that is going to be his path of ending the game. So I mean, we're going to be having a quick game here. We're going to be looking at like a 10-point Steersman game here. So I guess the turtle pathway actually did work out for him. The question is, can he hit like 11, right? Maybe he could take a bump on like Benny. He needs to find a bump on Benny or Emperor to trigger one more, another bump, and then also get a Spice Slow, so that he'd be at like 11. Because right now we are showing him that we are on 9, right? And if we win this combat, which wouldn't be difficult, because we do have 4, we have 4 intrigues, so maybe you have combats in there. I mean, from the other people's perspective, we could have combat intrigues in there. Who knows? Also, we are going to be last to act for sure, because we're the only ones at Swordmaster, or we're the only one of 2 people with Swordmaster. So we're gonna first discard a card here. We're gonna discard our Dune the Desert Planet discard the reconnaissance here, because we have some access anyways, and we need to get to Haga Basin. We're going to pick up the spice, and now what we can do is actually go to privilege this round, and recall the spy, and then buy the disposal facility. And then with disposal facility, we can end up instantly taking a bump on like Emperor to take the alliance, and take a bump on maybe, I don't know. Well, what else would be good here? I think that's probably fine. We're gonna draw a card from Cunning. I don't need to trash right now, because I mean, I'm happy with basically any card. Okay, well, maybe except that one. I did just discard that card, so I guess whatever. My hand is still the same. Oh well. I think it was a little bit of misplay to maybe I should have first drawn first and then maybe discarded. So should have been I guess just to know what my card what my hand was going to be like before I discarded, instead of trying to figure out what my hand is going to be like after I discarded. It's just a little little thing that I keep in mind for, you know, for future. So let's see, what does green do here? So green's probably going to be seeing Spice of Slow. He's going to discard. Yep, he's going to Holo Project. He's going to discard Spice of Slow to find some more Persuasion, probably. And yeah, we kind of just have to beat green on 10 here. 10 and Spice. And right now we are showing, we have 2 points on Panopticon. We have 1 point on Fremen. We have 1 point on Spacing. So that's 8. We have 1 point on Endgame, which is 9. We are the chance of me getting Spice Slow, I don't know, actually. I don't even know if they're high or not. But what we're going to be doing is definitely going to Imperial Privilege to actually cycle out the contract card. I don't think it's a great, it's not a great intrigue for me right now. And you know, depending on what green blue, how many troops blue deploys here, we can, you know, wait it out and see. Oh, dang it. So yellow is going to try to secure the alliance here. So that's not that great for me. He's probably going to buy loyal here. Makes sense. I mean, it's just 2 swords on your commander every time. And maybe he's looking to maybe win the combat. Who knows? But right, let's see. There is a world where we just like say, hey, look, let's just let, you know, green or blue win the combat here, or no, sorry, blue win the combat here. In the case that the game goes 1 round, because there is a chance that maybe green misses Spice Slow. He does have 2 Spice Slows in his deck. He has High Council though, so, and he does have Holo Projectors to maybe like swap out some intrigues. So we're just gonna go to Privilege here. We're gonna draw cards. We're gonna see what everybody deploys here and reveals, and we're gonna see what Amber Matuli reveals for, so that, you know, we can beat them in the combat. In terms of Solari, however, like if I do, you know, go to Privilege, the one thing I'm lacking on is Solari. I don't have the ability to get more Solari because I mean, I only have 1 flag, which is Arcane, so I'll still need to find a way to get like a little bit. I would still need to find a way to get 1 more Solari to then deploy a commander. Okay, all right, there's Spice Refinery now. But that could also mean I can actually, what I could do here is I could actually play that intrigue, recall a spy for 2 Spice to then get Nav Chamber, right? And then instantly with Nav Chamber, what I can do is I can take a bump on Emperor. Now I have 3 techs. Now I can actually take another bump on Emperor to take the alliance from yellow here. So we actually hit a very, very nice top deck here. So I mean, if that's great. Very, very good here. We're gonna recall an agent, obviously, from Haga Basin, and we're gonna spend the Spice to get a water. So that, you know, in the case that we, you know, go to Espionage or Secrets, we can double, or maybe in like Fremkit and maybe double draw, or, you know, spend a water to double our rewards. So there's a couple of nice use cases there with Jessica for having a water. So let's see. I guess green is still trying to look for a Spice and Slow, which, you know, makes sense. They probably have it now, so the game's ending on, you know, round 10. However, even if he does end the game, we are showing him that we are ahead of him right now. Like we would be at 10 points right now if he ends the game, and we would be at 11 if he we'd be at 11 points if we get a Spice and Slow, right? So okay, so green is also going for this combat. We do have to make sure that green can't win the combat here. So okay, let's see what yellow does here. Yellow's gonna give us a Solari. Fantastic. Well, the issue is now, how do I get 1 more Solari, right? Getting 1 more Solari might be a little bit difficult here. Let's think. Oh, actually, you know what? I do have 2 actions. I could probably just take like an action to go to Espionage because I have Nav Chamber. So I could go to Espionage, right? Recall the spy, maybe guarantee myself a Spice and Slow, and then put a spy on Spice Refinery to then get the extra, you know, to get the extra Solari I need to be able to, you know, deploy into the combat. So actually, I think I like that play a lot more, to, you know, go Espionage. Okay, so by the way that the chat, okay, unless green is trolling, it seems that he might have missed his Spice Mode Slow, which is only good news for me. Very, very good news for me. Oops. Yeah, so I mean, green might have missed Spice and Slow, we don't know, but there's a chance that the game goes one around. Okay, wow, he chooses to break the wall. Okay, let's just make sure that let's make sure that blue can't end the game really quick. So he's gonna break the wall. This combat would be what? 2 points if he wins the combat. 3 points for if he spends the spice. So that puts up to 7. Okay, so he's not really a threat. Yeah, I guess even if he had a spice slow, that'd still be only 8. He would still need to find like bump on Emperor for 9 or something. Like he's still a long way off. So I don't know. I mean, we're just gonna go to espionage here. We're just gonna recall the spy here just to see as many cards as possible. Just to make sure that we hit the spice slow. We're gonna make sure that we spend this water to draw into more cards to guarantee ourselves the spice slow. So we have 2 spies because that is what Jessica's ability is. We're gonna put a spy on green, and then we're gonna on the Imperial Privilege spot because we do have Bilirubin, so we are going to be generating Solari eventually. And so, I mean, looking at my persuasion, it's actually not that high. We have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're on 7 persuasion right now. And I would have to basically hit 8 and 9. I would have to hit a... So, what am I looking for? I mean, I have a dagger left, so I have to not hit my dagger, basically. Okay, so green actually did mess with spice and slow, so we don't have to actually go into this combat anymore. Nobody's forcing us to go into combat because as long as green doesn't win the combat, we should be okay here, right? And actually, even if they do win the combat, I think we still beat them, right? So all we need to do is just focus on getting a spice and slow this round. Arl joined the game. Arl is a very good tech gameplay. Has very strong tech gameplay. So he loves buying his techs. So we're just gonna be going to accept contract here. We're gonna draw into a what is this? We're gonna draw into 4 cards because draw 2 from accept contract because we recalled a spy, and then we're gonna draw 2 from cargo runner. The reason why I didn't want to go to Spice Refinery here is because in the case that I hit like a dagger, right? If I had a dagger and a 1 persuasion, then I missed Spice and Slow. So I just wanted to guarantee myself that I have the ability to get Spice and Slow this round. In the case that even if somehow, green wins the combat, that will be in a better position here. Okay, so we find a lot of, look at the amount of spies we're generating, right? We are generating a spy from Panopticon, we're generating a spy from Wheels Within Wheels, and we're generating a spy from Intelligence Training. We're also using our spies right now. We're actually recalling a spy with Spy Network to get an intrigue, which is a great intrigue for me here, right? 3 Solari for 2 troops, and an intrigue back. So, look at this. Right now, even if the game ended, we'd be happy. We would be at 11 points. We have 2 points for Panopticon, and we have an endgame point with the match. So it doesn't. As long as we don't. I don't think there's a way for us to lose the game here, right? The only way is if I guess green wins the combat, right, and then has an endgame. But if green has an endgame, then he can't win the combat. So yeah, we're okay here. We're the only ones with the garrison now. We're the only ones with Swordmaster, or sorry, one of the 2 people with Swordmaster. So even if like blue Highlanders next round, we still probably have them beat anyways. We're also going to be first to privilege next round. We also have a spy on privilege. Everything is going extremely in our favor. And it was just, I think it really just came down to what a fantastic start we had. Okay, what is this hand? What is this hand? Double dagger, convincing, spice with slow, and recon. Okay. The good thing is we do have a spy on, say, Spice Refinery. So maybe I could go to Spice Refinery, draw a card, and maybe go to like High Council. Maybe go to High Council, maybe go to Privilege, and maybe go from there. Okay, but the good thing is, yeah, just as I'm telling RL right now, he's impressed with my ability to draw an absolute horrendous hand. But anyways, good thing RL, we have spies out. We have fantastic spies out. We have a spy on Privilege, and we have a spy on Spice Refinery. We have Nav Chamber online as well, so we can just instantly go to Spice Refinery to take a bump, to get 4 Solari, and then we can throw in a commander. Actually, it's better to first see the intrigue, obviously, because we are going to be spending Solari here to see 2 troops and an intrigue. Okay, 3 swords, great. This combat does match for me, but I already have the match, so it's not that great. So yeah, we're just going to be deploying 2 troops in here. We are looking at, how much strength is this? We're going to be looking at least 11. I mean, is there really any world where, you know, blue or green or yellow can beat me in this combat? I don't think so. I really don't think so. All I have to do is really just win the combat, and I think I'm probably going to be winning the game, right? Even if green finds the spices, so he would still need to find like a bump on like Emperor or Benny, and then also like an end game to even come close to beating me, which doesn't seem really likely. But who knows? Maybe it is likely. Who knows? Yeah, Green's taking a think here because, I mean, he kind of knows that he can't really do anything in this game anymore. He does have Smuggler's Haven, so he could generate a point off Smuggler's Haven, actually. Yeah, he could, realistically, he could find a Smuggler's Haven point and then a Spice Missile that puts him into 11. But, I mean, we are already showing 11. He doesn't know that we're probably going to be missing Spice Missile this round, which, you know, only favors us. But, I mean, this hand, oh my lord. This hand is truly abysmal. I mean, truly bad. We drew a card at Spice Refinery, and then we drew it to our Dune. I mean, as long as it's not, I'm happy that it wasn't the other convincing, because then I would really be in a bad spot. So yeah. Okay. You know what? There is some good that has come out of it. We do have Nav Chamber online, so we can go to Privilege for 2 Solari. That's exactly, you know, that's why I put the Commander in. We can probably buy Gene Locked Vault, depending on how bad our draw is. So if our draw is, you know, really bad, we can buy Gene Locked Vault for 1 spice and then get an extra card draw to, you know, draw basically 3 cards. Gonna be, yeah, I mean, unless Duke Leto goes to Privilege right now, we're gonna be seeing Privilege for 2 card draws, right? So, and we'd probably be happy with most things that we see. I mean, if we see the Spacing Go discard card, we'd be happy. I actually don't know if we'd be happy with that. Because, I mean, I guess we could, it just allows me to see more cards, right? Okay, so we got False Ordered. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, my mouse, actually, I think I was doing something else, but, yeah, I got False Ordered. I have to, I have to move my spy. Yes. Okay, eventually I figured it out. I false ordered the spy. Yeah, I was trying to ask where my spy got false ordered from, and the answer was from espionage. But I asked that question on team chat instead of asking it on game chat. So only RL was able to see that question, and not the rest of them. But eventually, you know, I did figure it out. I put the spy back on Refinery because I was thinking, hey, look, if I go to, you know, Privilege, I'm gonna draw 3 cards. Eventually, if I find some sort of blue access, I can go to Refinery and maybe get some more troops in. You know, I can get some Solari generation. Like that was the game plan, right? That's like that is the plan effectively. In terms of like switching out intrigues, I don't really know if it's needed to switch out intrigues here. Interesting though, yellow does have 6 spice here, so he might think about going to Highliner. So who knows? Maybe yellow does Highliner here over the top, but I think we still probably beat him even if he Highliners. It just depends on what we draw at Privilege here. So we're gonna go to Privilege here. We're gonna get 1, 2 cards. Okay. Wow. I mean, thank God we have Gene Locked Vault. All right, give me something. Give me some diplomacy. Okay. Not a fan of this hand. I mean, I was really looking to find a blue access card, you know, Signet Ring, you know, Wheels and Wheels would have been nice. What else do I have? Cargo Runner would have been super nice. You know, there's just some cards that would, you know, that would have allowed me to go to other places. Would have been super nice, but oh well, it's fine. We might not win the combat here, but it's interesting because I do have a 3 sword intrigue, but I might literally just give it up to maybe see a better intrigue. But I don't know, maybe the 3 swords might be relevant. Who knows? I mean, right now, I am ending the game on 11 points. If I find Spice Missile, that'd be 12, right? And I don't know if anybody beats 12 points. However, I mean, you can never be too certain. So yeah, RL is hating on me putting the spy on refinery. But the thing is, you have to understand there was a vision. There was a vision for me to go to spice refinery again. However, I couldn't. Okay, we discarded an intrigue. Maybe I was looking to find maybe like a 3 tech intrigue, the 2 spice slow intrigue, Chome Profits. I was looking for those intrigues, the end games. And instead of giving up, I gave up 3 Solari intrigue to find it. Sorry, a 3 sword intrigue to find a 2 sword intrigue. Uh, which isn't, which isn't what I was looking for, but let's look at it. Okay, we're getting Highlander here. In terms of the combat here, so we're at 13 strength right now. And green is on, sorry, yellow is on, what's that, 20 strength? Yeah, yellow's on 20 strength. We're on 13 strength. And I mean, we have 3 swords on combat. So, or sorry, we have 2 swords on a combat intrigue. We have 1 sword on reveal, if you don't play the dagger, that is. So we would be at, what is this? We would be at 16. Like, I literally need to find a way to deploy troops in. So maybe going to like, what's it called? Going to a Haga Basin or Imperial Basin might be not a bad option. But also just going to Assembly Hall, maybe find like a card would also be a pretty good choice. Also, we have the ability to get Training Depot, which is another 2 swords, and also look at the intrigue that we just hit. I don't know why I decided not to buy the tech here. Thank you RL for like letting me, like, I guess not forget that. I mean, under all circumstances, you should just be buying a free tech here. It is 0 spice for me. And it's 2 swords on reveal. So right now I'm reeling for what? 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm reeling for 8 persuasion. Oh, I forgot that yellow about Gurney Halleck. Okay, so this combat is actually going to be closer than we think. Okay, the good thing is we actually do beat green on spice tiebreaks as of right now. So even if I lose the combat here, right? We're reeling for 2 spice on reveal. We're gonna get 3 spice from the combat. That's 5 spice at least, right? And we are on 11 points. Green has no way to get 11 points, or sorry, has no way to get to 12 points because they have no intrigues, right? So even if we lose the combat, we still win the game. I guess the only way is if blue has like an end game as well, right? Like, 7 persuasion for me. I'm gonna, what is this? I mean, it doesn't really matter what I buy here. I do have 3 points on reveal, sorry, 3 points on endgame. So I guess I just have to hope that blue does not have an endgame, right? Because they currently do have an endgame in their hand, because the match on endgame, right? So I just have to hope that blue does not have an endgame. And I think we should be good for there. We should be good for that. So we're gonna discard. We're gonna trash a prepare the way. The only reason I tried to prepare the way instead of a spice slow is because there is a chance that I get second in the combat here, and that second in the combat gets me the secure spice trade intrigue. So you always have to make sure that you are ready to hit your outs. But yeah, we're gonna see what we draw. What intrigue we draw into. And we're just gonna hope and pray that blue doesn't have another end game. He qualifies for he qualifies for like what, a couple of end games maybe. He qualifies for the match, either of the matches, and that's kind of about it, right? Yeah, we just like, I mean, I would have ended on 12, right? As long as I had found a better card draw here. Okay, so let's take a look. So green is on 11 points and 3 spice. We're on 11 points at 8 spice, and blue has no end games. So we actually do win the game on, what is this, on 11 points and 8 spice, and that was a fantastic game. Just kind of like shows you how strong contracts are early, and especially if you can chain your contracts together, you get so much value on and with the high council recall stuff, you getting an action back me getting an action back was super nice because I was able to wait out everybody in the game. Also, I mean, when I hit the contingency plan to allow me to get Swordmaster was super nice, right? I think that was a great game overall. I literally just played the game I mean, I had a game plan, right? My game plan was I'm gonna play for contracts, and then my cargo runner is gonna draw me 2 cards. That's what it was. And luckily for me, the contracts, played out. I mean, the contracts played themselves. I was just, sitting there and playing the game. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that game, and if you guys want to see more, make sure to subscribe